All right, welcome back. In case you're just joining us, it's still Morning Line with Nancy, and we're looking at the herdsmen farmers crisis. We are drawing our attention to Benue State. Just before the break, I did run you through analysis as it concerns cattle rearing business and what have you in Africa and the world. My guest is joining me right now. Lawrence Onoja is the Commissioner for Information and Orientation in Benue State. Welcome to the program and thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much, Nancy.
How are you doing today?
So far, so good. We thank God.
How are you all doing in Benue State? Tell me about it.
Honestly, we're not doing as well as we would have loved to do. Like you rightfully said, economically there has been a great negative effect on our output, especially after the crisis that happened, the killings that took place 1st and 2nd of January. As on Wednesday this week, we went on a tour with His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Benue State. We visited four of our IDP camps in Benue. And on the way, you could see settlements, villages, towns that were completely empty and devoid of human activities completely. A lot of them were chased out of their towns. They have all relocated to IDP camps out of fear. A lot of them were in the middle of harvesting, and this has greatly affected economic activities, and this will in turn greatly affect our agricultural output this year. Benue State being an agrarian state, it's our mainstay, it's our honeypot, it's what we depend on. And for it to be affected in this way, like you rightfully said, it's going to go a long way in affecting food security and our status as being the food basket of the nation.
So, your food security now is being threatened, as it were, isn't it? Because most of your farmers are not in the farms right now.
Out of fear. A lot of them are not going to the farms as they should.
So like you rightly said, the output will be very low.
Yeah.
So that may even, in fact, threaten the overall food output in the country in the next few months. If we do not address the situation.
Don't forget that this is just not Benue.
Yeah.
It's across the country. Recently we saw even the farm of a retired military officer in Kwara, I guess, where the entire farm was virtually raised down, you know, and this is cutting across the entire country. So if you put it all together, give it Benue State being the food baskets and other agricultural activities across the country, of course, our food security is under threat.
The role of government is to protect lives and properties of people.
Yes.
Do you think that your state has been able to handle that effectively?
Well,
to protect the lives of Benue indigents. Have you guys done that? That was why Samuel Etom was voted in.
yes.
Do you think that your government has been able to do that effectively?
To the limitations of the powers available to a governor of a state in Nigeria, based on our constitution, the state governor has done everything in his power. Yes, the states and their representatives in the houses of assembly have the power, based on the Nigerian constitution, to promulgate laws to rule those lands. But enforcement of those laws, security agencies fall squarely in the hands of the federal government. And that's why our president is called Commander-in-Chief. He is in charge of everything security. And so even in trying to enforce these laws in these states, we need the cooperation of the federal government to for the security agencies to help us in enforcing. So to the extent at which the law allows the governor, he has done it all. And it's one of the reasons why I think so far you have heard the most noise about this entire issue from Benue State. Because we said no, we can't keep quiet and let this injustice, continue. And it's the reason why we have come out openly. We made anti-open grazing and ranches establishment law in Benue State, which was signed into law last year, May, and enforcement started 1st November 2017. Now, the objectives of this law, aside from trying to avoid clashes between farmers and herdsmen, and sorry, let me even say at this point, that is one thing that I would even love us to rephrase. You're calling it herdsmen and farmers clash. It's like saying, yes, there was actually a dispute where people clashed. But in this case, people were in their homes, going about their businesses, and people came and attacked them. So I think it's better we even rephrase it and say it is herdsmen attacks, and not saying it's herdsmen and farmers clashes.